Hi, I'm Mike Crabb.
And I'm Laurie Schultz. Welcome to the show.
We'll have some caffeinated conversation.
And maybe some special guests along the way.
Who knows where the conversation will go? You're out for coffee with Mike and Laurie. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Out for Coffee.
With Mike and Laurie. Yay!
Hi, Laurie.
Hi, Mike.
How you doing?
You wait. I'll tell you how I'm doing. But okay, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. You look lovely.
Thank you.
You look nice. I like your top. Very
Thank
cute.
you. I got in a fight with the lawnmower, apparently.
Get
off of me!
You gotta show the guns.
Yeah, the tickets to the gun show.
For our listening only audience, Laurie's got a nice like little peep shoulder top on. Is that what we would call that?
Okay. A peep shoulder. So it's a shirt, but like the shoulder parts are kind of cut out.
Yeah. Your shoulders are just peeping out a bit.
Yeah, it looks like my seamstress went on strike. Like, no, I can give you the shoulder, but I can't give you the whole shoulder.
Right.
Right.
Nice. Well, tell me what's going on with your day, Laurie.
Okay. So here it is. So I feed the crows.
Of course.
In the wintertime, right?
Yes.
So and I'm talking like the 30,000 crows that happen, blah, blah, blah.
That flock to Oxford County.
That's right.
On an annual basis.
Yep. But we have some local crows who stay annually.
Right.
And they're in the backyard, like not in my backyard, but in some trees that are just beyond my backyard.
Okay. Within view of your backyard.
Yes. And there's a big tall pine tree, and there's one that sits at the very tip of it and caws to everybody in the neighborhood. So there's a family. There were babies that this crow had.
Okay.
And so, the two crows, there were 5 babies. And since, I don't know, middle of May, I've been watching them teach the babies how to swoop and dive and all this stuff. And they've been showing up in my backyard on my deck.
Okay.
I think some of them are like, the parents are like, I think if we hang out here, this is our winter lady.
Right. She'll take care of us.
That's right. So I thought, I can't let the poor family, I gotta get in good with the new baby crows, right? I gotta build the relationship right from the beginning.
Right. Nurture them.
Right. So I start leaving things out for the crows.
Okay.
Some crackers.
Okay.
Some stale nacho chips. My mom and I went out for a little tour. We went down to Long Point and to Port Rowan. She got some French fries that she didn't really care for because they really weren't that good. They were horrible.
No. Oh, that's the worst.
But I said, hey, that's okay. They're not going to go to waste. Bring them home and I'll feed the crows. Yeah. So I've been putting a little smorgasbord out on top of my barbecue.
A charcuterie board of crow deliciousness?
Carbs, basically. Crow carbs. So on top of the barbecue, just a smear, a smattering, a smear of carby goodness. And I sit in the living room on the couch and I watch the crows come in, and they sit out on the pergola, and then they take turns coming down to the barbecue and having their little snacks.
Okay. Taking turns.
It's lovely. It's kind of fun to watch. So today I was on the phone with our friend Sloan.
Yeah.
And Meaty, the dog, is flipping out. He's barking his guts out, looking out the door.
Right.
I'm like, what the hell are you barking at? Leave it quiet. I'm on the phone. And he just wouldn't stop barking. So my head turns and I look out the window. And it's not a crow on the barbecue. What is it? It's a rat.
Oh, no.
It's a rat on the barbecue. A rat.
No. Oh, you've been calling the wrong people. Oh, no.
What am I going to do now? Because I'm conflicted. Because I used to have rats as pets.
Oh, but no, Laurie.
I know. Obviously, I'm not going to encourage street rats, literal street rats, to come and hang out on my property. I don't want that.
Right. No,
I don't want to kill them.
You really don't want that.
I don't want to kill them though either. I mean, it's not their fault that they're rats. They're just, they get a bad reputation. They're just doing their thing. I don't want them in the neighborhood. The next door neighbor Josh told me he had one in his garage. So I sent him a message today to Josh and Christy. I'm like, come get your damn rat. And I took a picture of it on my barbecue through the window. So I sent them the picture, get your rat. What am I going to do? I don't want a rat.
Well, no, you really don't. That could lead to a whole world of problems, especially they're feisty. You don't want Meaty Come face to face with a rat.
So I didn't let him out, but I don't know if you can see, there's a couple of squirt bottles behind me. For those who are just listening, there's a couple of squirt bottles behind me.
Is that your self-defense mechanisms?
This was full of pure vinegar.
Oh,
okay. So I just doused like the top of the barbecue. Smells like a chip wagon right now. It is just coated in vinegar because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to, it's not its fault that it's a rat. It can't help it. You can't blame a rat for being a rat and doing rat things. Like, hey, free food. There's a free buffet on this lady's barbecue. What rat wouldn't do that?
So you're saying that after all these years of leaving soggy bread on your front lawn and melted pumpkins, that finally the rats are like, maybe this is where we should be. It's not just for the crows.
Those are the winter activities out front. Never had vermin out front. Okay. Never fed the crows in the summertime before either.
Right.
It's the first episode. And at first I thought, oh, there's a chipmunk out there. And I'm like, that is not a chipmunk.
No. Oh, you created a VIP lounge for the rats.
Do you know what's it was really funny about that is in the conversation I was having on the phone with our friend Sloan, her pets are all named after the Charlotte's Web characters. She's got Charlotte, Fern, and Wilbur. And we were just at that moment talking, hey, you should get a pet rat and call him Templeton. At that moment. And I look out the window and there's friggin' Templeton on top of my barbecue.
That's weird.
That I'm flipping out.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Yeah, I would not rest comfortably knowing that was that close to my home. Let's go back for a second. So your big challenge here is you want to continue this relationship with the crows.
What am I going to do?
But your only means of communication and support to these crows is by leaving tasty goodies.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you got, right?
What else am I going to do?
And now you got Templeton, the intruder here, just coming in and saying, hey, this is my stash now.
Yeah.
So you need to get rid of Templeton, but you refuse to kill him.
Can't kill him.
Well, Laurie. Okay, so
I don't want to kill him.
Okay, that's fair. But like, let's talk for a second. What is good? Like, what good does a rat do?
What good does anything do? What good does a human do?
Well, like
we spoil the planet. We are parasites on this planet.
Okay, but a rat is more detrimental to the health of an ecosystem than a crow is.
Really? Because rats have been here for thousands of years and haven't died out.
So then that's what I want to know. Like, what good is a rat? Like, it's got to have some place in our lives. If all the rats disappeared, we're going to have...
They do. They make... I used to have rats in my classroom.
Right.
And I had rats as pets in the house.
Okay.
I had Pavlov.
This sounds horrible. I'm going to call you Wilbur from now on, because isn't there a movie, Wilbur, about a guy who's like obsessed with rats?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I am not obsessed with rats. I just can appreciate. See, the rats get a bad reputation, but rats are smart.
Because they're not good for... Well, okay, yes, actually rats are smart. Yes.
Rats are very smart. Rats make good pets because they're very social.
Right.
A rat pet will adjust its schedule to when you're awake. Unlike a hamster who's going to sleep all day and then be up in that stupid wheel all night, keeping you awake, chewing on the bars, and preventing you from sleeping.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah. The rats, they want to be with you. Rats can learn tricks the way dogs can learn tricks. Like really, a rat for a kid is a really, really good pet.
If I call a rat, if I have a pet rat, a domesticated rat, and I call its name, it knows to come?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
If you can teach it that. You can teach it little like agility things,
like obstacle courses and mazes, I guess. Yeah, rat and maze.
Yes. Have you watched on Netflix The Hidden Life of Pets? It's a new documentary all about pets.
Is that the Disney Pixar one?
No, that's a movie. This is a documentary about what our pets are doing. It's all about intelligence and social activity and all that stuff. It's really cool.
No,
Episode 1 had rats driving little cars. So what good is a rat? They're in the rat race.
Yes. Now I need to go back for a second. Yep. I'm mistaken. The movie's not Wilbur.
Okay.
I'm thinking, is that a character's name from Charlotte's Web? Wilbur?
Yeah.
I was stuck on that.
That's the pig.
The movie is Willard, and it's got
Willard
with Crispin Glover.
Crispin Glover.
Yeah, and he's just like the rat man. He's just got rats all over him.
Okay, that's probably not optimal. I wouldn't. I can't back that up.
I think he's trained them all.
I can't get behind it.
Have you heard of? I think it's called a Rat King. Have you heard of that before?
No.
Oh, so
but I'm not as into the rats as you're portraying me to be here.
Well, you know a lot of useless shit, Laurie. So I thought maybe a rat king is right up there with
you're not wrong. Well, can that be an epitaph on my tombstone someday?
Yes.
Here lies Laurie Schultz, who knew a lot of useless shit.
Who just knew a lot of useless shit. Let's put it on a mug. I have heard, I think it's called a rat king, is like when, like, let's say you got a whole bunch of rats, like in a sewer, in like a really like tight space where there's so many of them. And there's like gugh and stuff like that they're crawling around in. Gugh.
Can you spell that?
Guglgh.
Okay. All right.
So what they're doing is they're all crawling around each other and they're like twisting themselves up to the point where like their tails and stuff get knotted and they become one mass of just like rats that can't escape each other till they just die.
Oh, that's sad, actually.
Well, don't live in the sewers and you won't have to see it.
Well, I wasn't planning on it. Who do you think I am? Vincent from Beauty and the Beast?
Who's Vincent? Is that the beast's name?
You remember no, of course you don't remember the series from the 80s that had Linda Hamilton from Terminator.
Oh, no, I never saw that.
Vincent Ron Perlman.
Okay.
You know Ron Perlman, the actor?
Oh, I'm thinking of Rhea Perlman, Danny DeVito's wife.
Oh God, they do look a little bit similar.
Oh, do they? I need to look this guy up.
Ron my God, Perlman? Please don't cancel me.
Tell me more about Ron Perlman.
Okay. Oh, Ron. Yeah, look up Beauty and the Beast, Ron Perlman.
Yeah, he looks like a cat. A cat.
My cat, Uncle Harry, sometimes looks like Ron Perlman.
Yes, I know who you mean.
But if you look up Ron Perlman, Beauty and the Beast,
okay.
Look up Vincent. Just look up the word Vincent.
Vincent.
Yeah, and Ron Perlman.
He looks, yeah.
Oh,
and Linda Hamilton right there.
That's it. And he lived in the sewer system.
Okay.
So there's me explaining another reference from the 80s.
Yes.
That, I'm just, now you get it.
He's very, I don't think I can watch that show. I'm uncomfortable just looking at the photos of it.
It's weird because there's some interspecies relations and I'm like,
they love each other. Well, that's the purpose of Beauty and the Beast, though, is that dynamic.
Yeah, that's a little more than I can handle.
When it's not animated, it's a little too real, maybe.
Even when it's animated, I don't care for that show.
It's pretty, I
don't care for the message that it sends.
What, being captured and then falling in love with your captor?
Yeah, and being isolated from your family, and your whole attitude is, if I just love him hard enough, he'll change.
Yeah,
I don't care for that.
No, that's fair.
It's not a message I don't think we should be.
That's what we call the definition of a toxic relationship. Actually, I think.
And Disney's like, hey, watch this, girls.
You need to get rid of your rats. You need a trap, a live trap. Is that what you call them? So it doesn't kill them, so Laurie can feel better. And then you get your neighbor Josh, because I'm not doing it, to take his pet rat the hell out of town and release it somewhere else if you care so much about this rat.
Well, I didn't form a bond with the rat. I just appreciate the idea of he's just a living creature who's just doing his thing, just like if it was a raccoon.
Well, he formed a bond with you because you left out all these lovely treats.
No,
he's like,
he formed a bond with the French fries is what he formed a bond with.
Hey, food is the correct, the direct correlation to somebody's heart.
Maybe I'll just keep feeding him French fries and then his cholesterol will get so crazy he'll just have a heart attack under the deck and then everything will be fine.
Maybe.
Although these were air fryer French fries, so there was no.
Is that why they were shaped fries?
Yeah, but it was air fryer fries that a restaurant made.
Oh.
And gave my mom's like, here's your French fries. And mom and I are both trying to eat them like, what is this?
Okay, air fryer fries at home, maybe. But restaurant, I go for the grease. You need to deep fry those fries.
That's the point. That's the whole point. Sometimes your heart just needs a little bit of grease.
Rob, what would be your suggestion of how to rid a rat?
Help me out.
Canadian Tire sells this wonderful stuff called rat poison.
No, can't do it. Can't do it. My dog goes in the backyard and I have
bunnies. Oh, no, I understand. Yeah. If you have other animals around this.
And I don't want him to die. He doesn't have to die just because he's a rat.
But you can buy it looks like a mouse trap.
Mm-hmm.
The little square of wood with the spring clothing, but it's about 6 or 7 inches long. It's a rat trap.
Yeah.
The rat version of a mouse trap works a charm.
Yeah. But it kills them.
Of course. It's game over.
Rob's got one solution.
Like,
get it out of here.
Sniff the cheese, snap that thing.
Dear PETA.
That just, oh, listen, I challenge you to find out if I think PETA is on my side when it comes to rat traps.
No.
How can they be on your side? How can PETA?
Because nobody wants rats around. Or rats or mice or any of those other kind of pests.
No,
they do no good.
That's why we sell rat traps.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of rat traps.
Let's just hope, Rob, that no one ever considers you a nuisance.
Oh, believe you me, I have been caught in a trap before.
He's caught in a trap. Yeah, just like that.
Okay,
right.
yeah. See, now that's what I said. I'm going to start calling Laurie Jack, so that every time I see her, I can say, "Hi, Jack," because that'll remind me how easily Laurie will hijack the conversation. Because here we are, she takes this. I said caught in a trap. It's got nothing to do, but she turned it into a song from Elvis.
Yeah.
And it's like suddenly the bus has made this sharp left turn, and we're going down the road to an Elvis concert.
Yeah, that's right.
I've got to grab the wheel and pull it back because we're actually talking about rat traps.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
That's a good analogy. I could dig that. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack. Anyway,
I can hear you both. And guess what? You're getting for Christmas. You're getting Jack. You're getting Jack for Christmas.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first year. Actually, no, you got me a really lovely gift last year. Thank you.
Did I?
Yeah, you got me a game.
A game?
Yeah.
Oh,
I should break out the game.
Was it a head
play
game?
Sometime. It's a game of like different questions. It actually would be very fitting for a podcast. I don't have it nearby, but we should actually play some of it in an upcoming episode.
Okay.
So where we're at right now is that we know that you have a rat living in your backyard.
Oh God.
You want to continue
He's just visiting.
I will
He's
drop
just
off
visiting,
the rat
Mike.
traps.
Yeah, Rob's on it. He's coming to take care of it.
I'll go into Canadian Tire tomorrow morning, get you some rat traps, and I'll put a couple out. You could just leave the house. I'll just put a couple on the deck, one by the garage maybe. And even before you come back, I'll circle back around and collect up the remains. How's that?
What a gentleman.
This is very chivalrous of you, Rob.
I don't mind at all. I have no reservations about
murder.
Well, okay, put it that way if you like, but
we're gonna get Keith Morrison
ridding the world of
vermin.
We're
gonna get Keith Morrison to narrate this.
Who's Keith Morrison?
From Dateline.
Oh, the guy with the voice.
Oh no.
I don't know his name. All right.
She had a lovely backyard until she didn't.
Until
she put all the shit in her backyard and the rats came to eat it.
How do I don't have a rat problem. I had one rat.
Well, that you know of.
Yes. Well, you definitely
it's Josh's rat. It's not even my rat.
You definitely have to start with eliminating the charcuterie board of snacks.
I feel bad. The crows are going to think that they've done something wrong.
That's no. The crows already can see the rat.
Yeah,
and I believe you me, as smart as you think these crows are, they are sitting on the top of the garage going, well, hurry up and put out a rat trap because we want the snacks back.
Yeah.
It's true. The rats are on Rob's side.
Because what happens if
I know that's because
what if the crows get mad that the feast is over? And then when their 30,000 friends come back.
Believe you me, they will be more mad if you don't do something about the rats that's stealing their snacks. Okay.
So I'm going to have to post a picture of the really blurry blob sitting on top of my barbecue.
Is it like Sasquatch quality?
Yeah. Yes, it is. He's actually in this kind of pose right there, looking as if he's walking. Yeah. The classic Sasquatch surveillance camera pose.
Mm-hmm. All a myth, an urban legend. Happening right in your backyard.
No, you absolutely do not want to encourage.
I don't. The meal is over. Like the buffet is closed.
Good.
He has had all he could eat.
That's the right first step.
Oh yes. No. And now the whole deck smells like vinegar. So I'm hoping that dissuades him from.
No.
I don't think rats can. I don't think they care. It might work.
Yeah.
Hey Rob, would you care to do a little Googling?
Certainly.
Can you look up some organic non-death ways to rid of rats?
Oh,
I'm curious to see if it's. I bet there's like a cayenne pepper thing. Spread a little cayenne, a little something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I do have a family of bunnies that also live under the deck, so I don't want to hurt them in the process.
You just have a zoo happening at your house, is what you were doing.
I'm Snow White.
Oh.
Without the prince.
I've seen this one before, actually, and this is the it's kind of the high-pitched sound that the rats and other rodents don't like.
The frequency.
It's a little like, I don't even think that dogs can hear it or something. There's something like that, but
little sonic waves.
Yeah, that it gets rid of them. They don't like being around her.
Yeah, so but Laurie has that naturally in her voice, though, doesn't it?
Oh, you.
We could just replay this recording out in the backyard.
Just pump over coffee into your backyard
on a loop. Put a little iPod out there on the barbecue and just play this back on a loop. See, that would probably scare the rats off more than anything.
Wouldn't it? So as you can tell, I was flipping out a little bit.
Yes, I bet.
Because that was not what I was expecting. I was expecting to look out and see a family of crows, and at the very least, a chipmunk.
Where I thought you were going to go with it is that there was a man out there eating the stuff off of it, and it kind of was making me weird. But I'm actually a little more disturbed that it was a rat.
Some dude sitting on my barbecue, eating like 3-day-old French fries. Times are tough.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You do have to do what you have to do. Oh man. Speaking of under the deck, my cat got out on the weekend.
Uncle Harry got out.
Yeah, my mom was here for the weekend, and she just casually opened the back door, and Uncle Harry just casually strolled on out.
Oh no.
And then he took off into the backyard, and then he went under the deck. And I'm like,
that's a deep deck too.
Yeah. And I'm like, how the hell am I going to get him out of there now? So we were dangling toys off the side. I was shaking the treat bag, and he was wise to me. He was hip to my jive.
He knew what was up.
So he was not playing the game. So I got the hose and I started spraying the deck, so it's all going underneath the deck. Right. And then he came out and he came running, and my mom and I tried to get him, and I just about had him, and I slipped. And he slipped out of my hands. And then the neighborhood got to hear some early Sunday morning profanity. Very loudly. I felt bad. Not really, but I kind of felt bad for Stewart. Stewart's the guy who lives behind me.
Okay. Is that the rat's name? No, it's Templeton.
Stewart's the guy who lives behind me, whose name isn't actually Stewart, but I called him Stewart for 2 years. Thinking that his name was Stewart.
It's his dog's name, isn't it?
That was his dog's name, and I called him Stewart for 2 years.
Stewart's a pretty unusual name for a dog, though.
Hashtag, why am I like this?
Right.
Really, this is the new book. I was just talking to our friend Jen this week about the new book that I have to write called Why Am I Like This?
Well,
it's going to be a bestseller.
I bet. Yeah. I bet.
So anyway, I finally got Uncle Harry after the second time giving him the hose. Okay. He was all proud of himself too. He came in the house and he was strutting around like,
what a morning out on an adventure.
I was outside and you suckers were chasing me. Yeah. Well, he'll never get out again. No.
Is this a frequent problem?
No. This has happened maybe 5 times in the entire, he came in 2019?
Okay.
5 times since 2019 that he's made it into the backyard.
Reasonable. Okay.
Bit of a jerk.
Well,
do you have any vermin?
No, I might have shared
before. Shift the focus from me for a while. Do you have any vermin, Mike?
When I had a house, we had a bit of a problem. I might have shared this before. I apologize.
Mole problem.
Yes, we kept getting moles coming in.
They're cute though.
They're adorable. They all made it into the traps. But
that was in the house.
It was in the house. They were on my turf.
There are no rats in my house.
And we knew that something was there, so we put a trap down, and then suddenly it was a mole, and we're like, that's weird. And then the next day there was another mole, and they just kept coming.
Did he have the big Mickey Mouse gloves?
Yeah, they were like the big ears and the squinty eyes and the pointy face. Yeah, well, it was mushed, but yeah.
I don't want to hear that.
I do remember too when I'd cut the lawn, and you would see them because they'd be lawnmower's coming. So they'd start running away. And you can see the grass, like,
Yeah.
like it was almost like Bugs Bunny. When Bugs Bunny digs, you can see where he's digging.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that, but with the mole.
Aww.
And so I would avoid him as much as I could, but he would probably inevitably end up in my house and dead anyways.
That's like The Secret of Nim. Do you remember that movie?
No. What is The Secret of Nim?
Nim, NIMH. It was a cartoon and it was a movie from the 80s.
Okay.
And it was about Mrs. Brisby and her sick little son, Jonathan. They were mice. And the farmer was going to come and till the field. So they had to move their little underground home.
Oh.
But he was too sick to move.
Right.
And then there were rats there too, who were kind of like the evil. Rats are always portrayed as evil and conniving, right?
They're evil and conniving.
They're not, though. They're not. So they didn't want the tractor to come and tear up their house. So they were trying to get this little kid to be healthy enough to move by the time the tractor was coming out. It was really a good movie.
Well, I'm looking at some images on Google right now of it. And I do recall the movie case when I worked at Blockbuster, but I've never seen the movie.
It's very good. Interesting. I did have it on VHS.
You know who's a good rat? Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's a good guy.
All right. See?
That's a good rat.
See?
He looks a little rough, but
challenging stereotypes.
Yeah. Changing the world. One cartoon at a time. What other famous rats are there? Mickey Mouse. No, that's a mess.
Famous rats.
Yeah. Rob, do you got any famous rats that we know of? Rats worth celebrating.
Is this where we are now on the podcast?
Yeah. Apparently this is where
we're scraping the bottom of the barrel. How you guys all doing out there?
Who's your favorite rat?
How about John Ratzenberger?
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that's stretching a little bit.
But I know.
Sorry, my answer was going to stretch a little bit too. I was thinking of James Cagney. You dirty rat.
You dirty rat.
You dirty
killed
rat.
My mother.
You killed my bro. Yeah. So that's as close as I get. No, anyway. By the way, just out of curiosity, some cayenne pepper or black pepper or cloves will deter the rats because
we'll get some cloves
because they're very, it's their nose and sense of smell that they rely on.
And I love a good clove.
That just okay. Go for it, Jack. But cayenne pepper or black pepper or cloves.
Read my lids, Rob. Read my lids.
That will apparently, or pardon me. The other thing is peppermint oil, which is apparently very potent.
Yes.
And
well, that would be
those will deter the rats.
Okay, and the peppermint oil would be kind of a nice, lovely scent out there.
Yeah, that's if there's any of them left after I get done with the traps.
Don't kill my rats. Oh, okay. Well, that's horrifying.
I Googled famous rats.
Yes.
Top one is Professor Ratigan, which is the antagonist in The Great Mouse Detective.
Oh, Great Mouse Detective. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Let's do the top 5. The next one is Nigel Ratburn, which is the teacher from Arthur, the kids' TV show. Rizzo the rat. Friends with Gonzo.
Yes, I love Rizzo the rat.
And then we've got
light the lamp, not the rat. Light the lamp, not the rat.
Emile, which I think is the rat from Ratatouille.
Okay.
And then finally, no, I don't know about this one. Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse isn't a rat.
I know. Speedy Gonzalez, is he a mouse or a rat?
I don't know. But what happened to Templeton?
He was
Templeton's not in here. Oh, he's way down.
That's a BS list. That's what that is.
Yolanda the rat.
Yolanda.
From that, the Yolanda looks familiar. I can't tell you what show Yolanda is from, though. I can't look that up. Anyways, this is our topic today, guys. Yolanda the rat.
Oh, rats.
Yeah, it's also a Muppet. Here, I'll share a little picture of Yolanda.
Oh yeah, she looks just like Rizzo.
Yeah, she's the female version of Rizzo.
Yeah,
his counterpart.
Yeah, maybe they have little rat babies.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, yes, like to the tune of 2,000 in a year or something.
Please don't. Please don't.
I'm just telling you.
I can't handle it.
Just telling you. They don't. Well, let's put it this way. They do not come in ones. That I can guarantee you.
I can't handle the truth.
You're fine.
How's that for Jack?
There you go. And as long as you're seeing him outside and not in.
Oh my God. I cannot handle if there's as much as I love a good rat, I cannot have a rat in this house.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I hate to tell you.
Don't tell me then.
When chapter 1 is rats on my deck, guess where chapter 2 goes?
Is this payback for the whole test conversation? Remember that when you're like, oh God, Laurie, no, stop. Remember that?
About what? I missed it.
The dentist conversation.
Oh yes. This is the touchy subject for Laurie.
Yeah, you got me. Oh. Okay. Well, you know what? I have 2 cats.
Right.
If there was a rat in this house, I would know it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I had a couple of mice when my deck was getting built, because I think whatever was under the original deck was being kind of pushed in.
You're right.
Those mice did not last very long.
No.
No. And I had to sleep with my bedroom door shut because I have 2 cats who love to bring me gifts.
That's not something
Can you imagine them coming up the stairs with a squealing rat?
You would hear the rat's head bumping on the stairs each
Oh my God, Mike, please don't.
So this sounds like a episode from Stephen King.
Doesn't it?
It does.
What was that movie? There was a movie about rats.
I'm sure there was.
Was it Night Shift or Graveyard Shift? And there was rats?
Could be.
There was one that was a giant rat. Graveyard Shift. I think it was a giant rat that lived in a wall, and Drew Barrymore was in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And is that the whole story just about this rat and Drew Barrymore?
Yeah. It would come out unless I dreamed this thing. I don't think so, though. But then there was Ben. Why wasn't Ben on that list of rats?
Who's Ben the rat?
Michael Jackson wrote a song about it. Ben.
Don't know it.
No.
No.
We're gonna have to.
It was about his pet rat, apparently.
Yeah, Ben.
Ben.
Okay.
And that's I think the only rat that's got a song written about it. Okay, we got to stop talking about rats. What else can we talk about? Because I'm
sorry, but we're going to have to pull the plug entirely because there are people who are listening today that are just squirming in their seat, and I don't blame them.
We just spent the whole time talking about my rat problem.
Yeah, we should probably apologize to our audience for today's content.
It's like 7 views.
We better not make it any worse than that.
Oh, well,
I apologize, sort of, but I had to get it off my chest, guys. Like this is.
Hey, listen, I do understand. It's not one of those kind of problems that you look forward to, but you definitely have to address it. You can't just wish it away.
And you are in a pickle. You love the rat, but you can't see the rat, and you want your crows, but you can't see your crows. You're in a pickle. That's exactly where you are.
When nature fights against itself, no one wins.
Oh, yes. There's
now you see that sounds like the tagline from a Stephen King movie right there.
Yes, it does. Who's going to play me? Who's going to play me in this movie?
Careful, Mike. Careful, Mike.
Yes, Mike, who's going to play me in this movie?
Just be careful.
I'm literally drawing blanks. I'm trying to bring them up, but I feel like they're all going to not be well appreciated.
Well, listen, I get told.
Is it going to be Sandra Bee?
No.
Melissa McCarthy.
Okay.
That's who I get told.
Comedy.
Probably on a daily basis that I remind people of Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, she reminds you of me.
True.
That's right. That's what it is.
And only if it's comedy, though. She does some serious stuff, which I like her in, but in a horror, which I think is what we're going for here. Could
it be a comedic horror? Like the Burbs almost?
Oh my God. I love the Burbs. Yes. Let's
do this as a play.
Okay. Jack, I got to cut you off there because the bus just went way, way, way left and we're going down the side road. I got to pull it back. Yeah. Well,
this road has lots of hills.
Pull the steering wheel back and get this back on track. And I think it's time to say thank you, folks.
Well, Thank you for keeping us in line, Rob. We appreciate you.
Please come to the movie.
Thinking of our audience.
Please come see me in the box office.
We will continue to work on the script for.
We should make a play though.
Okay, a musical or a play?
Well, let's do it as a musical.
We're doing it again. We're going to the left.
Sorry, Rob. Sorry. Part 2 coming up.
Hey, thank you. Thanks, Laurie, for sharing all your lovely
I am sorry, everyone.
spine-tingling stories
This was
of your
horrible.
life.
We should save this for Halloween. I don't know.
We'll see.
Okay.
Anyways, I want to thank everyone so much for joining us, and thanks for coming out for coffee
with Mike and Laurie and Rob and
guys.
Templeton.
In Templeton. Do you have questions, comments, or ideas for a future show? Reach out to Mike and Laurie on their social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or email us at mikeandlauriesocials@gmail.com.